It's all going on. There's so much going on. It's amazing. Who would have thought, if somebody had said to you a few years ago, you're going to run a marathon and you're going to write a book, sort of encouraging other people to get fit, healthy and all of that, you would have probably laughed at them?
I would have laughed, because otherwise I would have had to cry.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't run for a bus 2 years ago.
Amazing.
And I was 16 and a half stone when I started training for the marathon. I'm now a svelte 15 stone.
I love that photo. It's the jubilation in your face. It's just amazing. And the fact that you did it in your underwear.
Yeah, it was
Why
really
not?
fun.
It's good.
But, like, the elites do it in their underwear.
They do.
And it was very hot.
Yes.
And we wanted to show that everybody can do these things that we... Because I realised the biggest obstacle in my head to doing the things, you know, I wanted to do was myself. It wasn't anyone else.
That's true.
And I realised I could do marathons, I could go out for runs, I could do triathlons, I could do all of those things. And I think in this day and age, we don't see real bodies anymore, you know?
True.
We don't see the textures because everything's photoshopped or filtered.
Yep.
And we really wanted to show the reality of what bodies could do. And, you know, it was really funny when we were out there, because women kept running up to us saying, oh, my God, I love what you're doing. I feel so ashamed of my body. And we were thinking, your body that you're running a marathon with. And I realised that this sort of self-loathing is kind of really ingrained.
Teaming with Little Mix, that's a great thing.
I know.
Again, you know, these things that have happened to you, it's fantastic.
I remember when I was a teenager, I think, like most teenage girls, you have that dream of being in a pop video.
Absolutely.
And if you told me that it was going to happen when I was 38 and a size 18 to 20 and a mum, I would have, again, laughed in your face.
It's just brilliant. It really is. And also, one of the things, really, I guess, that sort of catapulted you into sort of global renown was the podcast you did with Prince Harry.
Yeah.
Where he was so open, and for the first time he talked about the fact that he had to get help, you know, when his mum died, and dealing with the aftermath of that. And, you know, to gain his trust like that was extraordinary. And what I found really interesting, he's quite shy.
Yes.
He was quite shy, really.
It was really funny, because when I went in to do the podcast, I asked him to do it, and I was surprised when he said yes. But then I was obviously spent a month or so getting so nervous about it. And it didn't occur to me when I got to Kensington Palace that he would be more nervous than me. And he, you know, came in and we had kind of a couple of people to do the kind of production and stuff like that. And he asked if everyone would leave the room, because what he was about to say was he would find it easier to say if it was just me and him. And I was like, oh, I hope I can operate the equipment myself. But yeah, he is. I mean, he is a normal person, and it's, you know, despite the kind of the trappings and the title and all of that. And he is, and I say this genuinely, the most normal person. You know, if I had gone through what he'd gone through, I would be even more crazy than I am now. And it really amazes me how kind of down to earth and grounded they are, and how passionate they are about stuff that affects all of us, you know.
Because with them talking out about mental health, it's been a huge progress for everyone. And you're right, sometimes they're kind of looked upon as almost like cartoon figures, you know, as if they don't have any feelings and if they're not really like us. You know, it's kind of weird, because you went out with Meghan Markle, who's been getting an awful lot of stick recently, a lot of stick.
Yeah.
In your experience, when you met her, because you went for lunch with her, what was she like?
Oh, she was lush. She was just like, it was like,
Lush,
she was lush, but it would have been like going out for lunch with you.
Right.
You know, we ate monkfish. She fed me some of hers. We talked about...
I didn't feed you any of my food.
No,
it's all mine.
Well, we swapped food, you know, all try some of mine.
Oh, it's nice.
We talked about yoga. I mean, she is, again, she's really, you know, lovely and normal and down to earth. And I think if you put any family under a microscope, you will find kind of weird dynamics.
Of course.
That, you know, could make headlines. But fundamentally, I think they're a really lovely couple. And I think that he is a great advertisement for what happens if you face your mental health. If you face your problems, you know, actually only good things happen. If you face the bad things that have happened to you in your life, good things come from it. And if you ignore it, the opposite happens. And the fact that he got help and, you know, and dealt with those issues, and now he's married with his first child on the way.
First child's on the way, and they seem, despite all the headlines, they seem incredibly
adorable.
Happy.
I saw them recently, and genuinely lovely, happy, you know, first flushes of love, first year of marriage. I'm like, just you wait.
The honeymoon is still in progress.
Yeah, I know.
Wait till the new baby comes.
Yeah.
That'll be the reality call. That'll be the wake-up call. Now, look, you're a woman that likes a challenge. What is the next thing that you're doing after you've done the marathon? What comes after that?
So in May, there's something called the Vitality 10,000, which is a 10K in London on May the 27th. And myself and my friend Jada, who ran the marathon with me in my underwear, we are going to get a group of women to do it with us in our underwear. Do you want to do it, Lorraine?
Yeah, do I have to do it in my underwear?
Yes.
Well, that's fine, because you haven't seen my underwear. I actually wear combinations, and they come from my
yes, exactly.
right down to my
I've got Spanx from there to there on underneath. But we want to get as many women as possible.
That's really good.
To be liberated and free and just kind of get their bodies out and enjoy. And 10K is much more accessible and manageable than a marathon.
You could do that. You could do that. I've started training now and just put a few miles in.
You don't even have to start training now. You can wait a couple of months. You know, enjoy your January.
Right.
Carry on Christmas.
Well, I'm sure. And just, have you done that thing where you've sort of like the fridge is still full of chocolate and you can't throw chocolate out? It would be against the law. I
don't like. I think that January is tough enough without kind of landing yourself with a whole load of resolutions.
I agree.
And I try and kind of like a bit of chocolate, obviously, but I also like to go for a run. And I think the worst thing we do in this country as women and as men, I think, is beat ourselves up, and that doesn't help anyone. Like, it's wonderful to be alive, enjoy that chocolate, go out, get some fresh air, enjoy the miracle of making it almost through the first week of January.
I like your style.